Okay, so the last topic or the second last topic of principles of management that we are going to study today is nature, features, characteristics of management principles. Now, we have talked about principles, management principles of two people, Henry Fayol and Taylor. So now we are going to study what are the different natures, features or characteristics of management principle given by Fayol and Taylor. Now, I want to make sure one thing, that is we will take only one example in the entire discussion, and that is division of work. Now, what do you understand by the term division of work? The work has to be divided, right or wrong? For example, in a hotel, waiter will be given the responsibility of serving food, cook will be given the responsibility of cooking food, right? And the receptionist will be given the responsibility of taking bill and giving money in exchange, right or wrong? So this is called as what? Division of work. The work must be divided in an organization. Okay, same way when you go to a bank, work has been divided. The clerk will collect the cash, right or wrong? The passbook printer will only print, the manager will handle the entire bank, the loan department will give loans. So in any organization, the work has always been divided. Okay, so now universal application. The management principle given by Fayol and Taylor, like division of work and many others, are universal. What do you understand by the term universal? It is applied in the entire world. Application means applied. Applied in entire world. So management principles are applied in USA. They are also applied in Japan. They are also applied in India. They are also applied in Pakistan. They are also applied in Nepal. So the first feature is universal application, right? The management principle given by Fayol and Taylor, for example, division of work, is applied in the entire world. It has universal application. They are applied in Nepal, they are applied in USA, they are applied in Japan, they are applied in India, they are applied in Pakistan. Okay, the next one is management principle are general guidelines. Now, what do you understand by the term general guidelines? Now, when you talk about general guidelines generally mean that they are general in nature. Okay, now you might be getting confused. What do you understand by the term general and what do you understand by the term specific? Now, let me tell you, science is specific. Okay, now what do you understand by the term science is specific? Science is specific means H2O is equal to water. This is enough amount of science that I know to teach this topic. Okay, science is equal to H2O is equal to water. This is a formula, right or wrong? And this formula is specific. It cannot change. Getting an answer? In science, H2O is equal to water. This is specific. It cannot be changed under any circumstances. If whether you test this formula in India, whether you test this formula in USA, or whether you test this formula in Mars or Moon, right or wrong, H2O will always be equal to water. But in commerce, fair salary has different meaning, right? In Reliance, a good salary is 5 lakh, right? But in a small company, a good salary is 1 lakh, right or wrong? So in commerce, there are general guidelines to give good salary. But what is good salary? Good salary can be 5 lakh, good salary can be 1 lakh, good salary can be 2 lakh. It depends upon the company, it depends upon the person who is taking the salary. Getting an idea? So commerce is general in nature, right? It keeps on changing from company to company. But when you talk about science, it is specific. It cannot be changed. Third one, formed by practice and experiments. Now, principles of management given by Fayol and Taylor are not directly written in the books, right? They have been formed. How have they been formed? They have been formed using practice and experiment. Okay, so the managers have practiced Fayol's principle, Taylor's principle. The managers have done experimentation and then they have formed the principles of management. Getting an idea about what I'm trying to say? So basically, management principles are not formed overnight. They have formed by continuous practice and experiments. Okay, the fourth one, flexibility. Flexibility is an English synonym, and I have told you people before that it means it can be changed. Flexible means it can be changed. Okay, now management principles can be changed, right or wrong? Flexibility means that management principles can be changed. How can you change management principles? Management principles can be changed easily, but how? Now, the simple logic over here is that if you want to change management principles, for example, division of work, can you change it? Yes, you can change it. How? For example, in one company, in division of work, they have divided the work among all the workers and employees. But in another company, the work has been divided between owner and workers. So owners are also working and workers are also working for achieving organizational goals. But in some other country, in other company, sorry, my mistake, in some other company, the owner is not working, only employees are working, right? So flexibility means it can be changed. The principles given by Fayol and Taylor can be changed. Clear? Behavioral in nature. Now, principle of management given by Fayol and Taylor are based on the behavior of employees and workers. Getting an idea? In management principles developed by Fayol and Taylor are based on employees and workers. Okay, now when you talk about employees, when you talk about workers, these principles are based on behavior of how an employee will behave, how a worker will behave, and this can be flexible. That means it is based on behavior, so it can be changed. So I'll read it out. Behavioral in nature. So we have a clear idea. Principles of management developed by Fayol and Taylor are based on behavior, and they are based on the behavior of employees and workers. Based on cause and effect relationship. Now, when you talk about based on cause and effect relationship, that means principles of management are cause, okay, and the result that we get is effect. Okay, now confused, right? Now let me simplify this for you. Okay, division of labor or work, principles of management, cause, right? Now this is the cause, division of work. This is a principle of management given by Fayol, first one, right? So division of work, you have divided the work. In a bank, you have divided the work. One will be taking clerk responsibility, one will be in loan department, right? One will be in cash counter, and one will be the manager. Now division of work, the work has been divided. Okay, now if the work has been divided, then it is but obvious that everyone is working on their own and the production shall increase. So what is the cause? Division of work. So principle of management are called as cause, right? And when you do the cause, there is a guarantee that we will get the result, and result is increase in production. This is called as effect. So principles of management are based on cause and effect relationship.